Guys, it's been one of those days. It's a Monday. I started out, worked in the shop, then I went to load the tender, which I'm in now. Went to load the tender with fertilizer. The hose was leaking, so I thought, well, I'll put some new ends on it. So I went and got clamps and took ends off, put new ends on it. I helped it. It was still leaking a little. Blew a hole out the side about 3/4 of the way loaded, out the side of the hose. So I had to go find a good hose and build it. Finally got it loaded. Then I had an airbag on this semi that's got a hole down at the base of it. For some reason, it's leaking. Excuse me there. So I put my finger over the hole. It's when the bag settles over the cone, that's when it leaks. If you put your finger over the friggin' hole, the bag will stand up and it doesn't leak. I got a new bag in the shop. We were headed over to Oxford, our longest pull, so when it aired up, I said, well, we'll run her. So filled it with water, ran over here, just got Bob loaded. He's doing his first round on the headlands. He's up here. Yeah, see if we can find him here through a dirty window right there. Talked to the neighbor this morning. He said, with the way we are, beans are going to be just where we have to cut them. We didn't need him to tell us that. We knew that. We're looking at probably a lot of 10 bushel beans. I don't know. So we're going to spray this one. When we go across the river about 5 miles, we've got another 84 acres over there. We're going to use Gramoxone on it. On this one, we're spraying Roundup, LV6, MSO, all that good stuff. So we're going to knock this one out. We'll get over there and spray that one. I was going to mention, too, I've got an old boy that I watch on YouTube. I'm not going to mention any names. You know, he's bragging the other day about having 200 plus bushel corn, a lot better than he thought. I think that's still probably low for his area. But anyway, he showed his monitor on his combine, but he forgets that most of us farm. It did say 206, but then it showed the last 2 passes were the only ones that were even green. Everything to the left of him was red or yellow. So I don't understand stretching the truth on the yields, but whatever. Makes him feel good. I may throw that picture in here. I screenshotted it because it's none of my business, I guess. Most of us in the country have not had a good year. I mean, not just around here. I watch guys in Tennessee. They don't have it. North Carolina, Triple R Farms down there, they didn't have it. Their irrigated, I think, was okay. Dryland was terrible. So anyway, I just have to think that when the numbers finally come out, we're not going to be anywhere near that 183 record high that they're saying. I just don't think there's any way. But we will see. On the flip side, I was going to tell you guys, I wonder, like some of us small guys, small farmers, small YouTube, Bob going by. Some of the small farmers, I was trying to zoom that, I guess it doesn't zoom on this one, and the small YouTubers, the guy ought to holler, give him a shout out. Some of the guys watch my stuff, some of them don't. There's one up in North Dakota, I believe he's North Dakota, Kessler Farms. He runs gleaners, helped me with a few things. I enjoy watching his stuff. It's neat to watch people in different parts of the country. When I was a kid, we used to custom cut wheat up through South Dakota, North Dakota. We went up through Hoven, South Dakota, Tolstoy, that area. And then we jumped from there up to Washburn, North Dakota, and then to Berthold, North Dakota. And anyway, so I enjoy watching those areas. So Kessler Grain Farms, I think it is. You guys ought to check him out. And the Crop Critic, I believe is his name. He's got, I don't know, 5,000 followers maybe, subscribers I should say. Go watch him. I think he's a pretty straight shooter. You know, he's shown in his fields on the monitor 5 bushel and then 260 something. Said he hit 300 places in that field, but he also hit the 20s. But the guy's showing that. He's not sugarcoating it. He's over, don't quote me, he's over there in Mississippi, I think. So anyway, got to give a few of them shout outs, and you guys can find them that way and maybe help grow their channel. Maybe they'll do the same for Dirt Poor Farms, Mac Farms, but it's Dirt Poor under YouTube, as you guys know. Alright, well, I'll quit gabbing. I may bring you back when we get moved. It's not really exciting on spraying. I'll just bring you back for 2 seconds. Got moved to the next farm. Got about 60 acres sprayed off of this one. There's about 85 in this bottom down through here. There's a bunch on the back of the trees. Probably seen us spray it before. So anyway, yep, the gramoxone here. Got a south breeze. We will get him loaded up with another 25 acres worth. And then he will spray where the truck's at when I get out. He went down, not to make you sick here. He went down about that tree and started. And worked away from the truck. It's because that stuff's nasty. Probably most of you guys know. Alright, well, I'll bring you back on something later. Good Tuesday morning, guys. Sun's up. I'm turned loose some water on that front tank to get some weight off this trailer. Fertilizer in that one, obviously we can't turn it loose. I suppose I could pump it back in the tanker, but no big deal. Getting as much weight off as I can so I can get this unhooked and get that airbag replaced this morning. Got home last night and had a hub, a torque hub on the back right of our sprayer that was pretty warm. Talked to a neighbor and he said his will run where you can't touch them. This one was pretty hot, so we're gonna definitely check the oil again. We checked it. It's been a little bit, but we haven't had a leak, so, which is not a real good excuse. But anyway, we'll get it checked, make sure it is full of oil, and then we'll see what the day holds. The front ones aren't as fun as the back ones. The back ones you can get to really easily. This one's a little bit tougher. Of course, bottom bolt. I've just got this more on. One nut on the bottom, and then this nut's the one on the outside. And on the inside, you have a big nut that holds the bag on. And then you have a T on the front bags. See if I can find it. Yeah. And you have a T that screws in after you get the bag on, and then there's 2 lines, one for the front, one for the back, that go to this T. So anyway, I gotta get him out of here. He's driving me nuts. Yeah, get. Hey, I got a helper. I told his mom we need boots and jeans. I'm done with the shorts and unprotected shoes. Anyway, he wants up here. Be careful. Hey, be careful, don't fall. Okay? Don't fall. So anyway, I've got the inside off, this off, bottoms off. I'm just gonna get an air hammer and knock it loose. Alright, couple good hits with a hammer, knocked it loose. I've got the jack under the suspension to hold it up so that the bag is loose. If I can do this one-handed. Let's see if I can get her knocked out. Okay, let me have a look, see. The older I get, the easier I find ways to do things. I don't know if it's lazy or just being older. So, yeah. It was leaking right there. There's a split. Split right there. So, like I was telling you yesterday, you put your finger over the hole right there, it would air up and then seal. But time for a new one. And I'll see if I can get this one back in. Alright guys, just picking up. Got it on. The hardest part is that dang T right there. Getting the line squared back up. But anyway, we got it. I'll try to get washed up and put the rest of my stuff away. My boy put another Ranger pickup together. He found one that was 4-wheel drive and had a blown motor, as they're very capable of doing. He's got quite a mess to pick up, but he just got it out of here last night. That's the second one he's done recently. He goes and buys them old Ranger pickups with blown motors. Then he goes and gets a Taurus motor out of a junkyard, changes the head gaskets, oil pump. I don't know, there's 4 or 5 things you change. And then it'll drop into the Ranger and works fine. The one he's had a while, he's drove it quite a few miles. And actually, I don't know, he drove it a couple of years. That one. And the one he just finished, like I said, is 4-wheel drive and big tires and stuff. So anyway, he enjoys messing with those. And he's got 2 of them. All right, that project's done. Later, guys. Well, the day just keeps getting better. So my air conditioner always works really good on this truck. Change the airbag, that way I'll check that air conditioner, because this morning it didn't seem like it was wanting to cool. So I threw the gauges on it. High pressure's fine, low pressure's high. So I see it's not kicking in. Well, I wiggled the high pressure switch, and air conditioner kicked in. I thought, well, great, that was easy. Well, then it kicked out, then it kicked in. Well, I thought maybe the wires were bad, so I jumped across the wires, pulled the plug and jumped across the wires right here, and the air conditioner kicked in and out. So I thought maybe it was the wiring up here, but that doesn't seem to be it. So then I'd wiggle it and it wouldn't come on. So anyway, like I said, I jumped it, kicks on. So I assume either I've got a bad pin or a WD-40 depends. That didn't seem to help. So anyway, I called Freightliner. They got one in stock. It's $36. So I'll run up and get it. I called O'Reilly's before. Yeah, they were $48 and it'd be tomorrow. Napa was $59. It'd be 2 days. So we're back to Freightliner. Later, guys. Well, that did fix the air conditioner, that high pressure switch. And my son had some takeoffs because he runs a lot more miles, obviously, than the farm. So he's going to borrow my truck again. His is still down. So right there, we took the 2 fronts off of this. One was good, the other one was a little shady. And we put the ones off his International he pulled. So anyway, just going to line that up and finish this job off. Alright, I'm gonna have to help him. We just thought we were done. Finished the truck. We got one on the inside that's not good. So we'll swap it out. Then hopefully we're done changing tires today. We are just finishing up the hay grazer. That last patch I swapped. Bob got up early this morning and finished the first patch. I think he got 60-some bales on it. And he started on this one this morning, but we got a little bit of a sprinkle. Damn little. Shut him down, so anyway, let it dry out. It's about 5 o'clock Wednesday evening, 17th, I think, August. So anyway, I'm going to get this 10 or so acres rolled up here and be done with the hay grazer. Missed the rain by about 40 miles. Maybe not even that far in some cases. Story of our life. First bale out of the baler. This afternoon, anyway. Bob was having trouble with the net wrap tying. And a guy that sold it to us, the dealer, told Bob, says one of two things. It's the actuator on the net wrap, or it's the, there's some, I'm trying to think of the name of them. Yeah, them big fuse blocks, whatever they're called. Relays? There's 4 relays right inside that panel right there. He said change all 4 of them. Don't even goof with it. And change the actuator. Well, we changed the actuator. That didn't fix it. Changed 2 relays. That didn't fix it. We should have done what he said to start with. Change the other 2 and boom, back up and running. So those relays can go bad, as we found out. So anyway, I got a few clouds in the sky. About 20% or 25% chance of rain tonight. Don't really have much of a chance until Saturday night, 60% or something. But beans are just not doing it. They're dying. Probably too late, I would assume. Alright, fellas, I went over to John Deere. Went to Agco, they're a Great Plains dealer, and got a few parts. They didn't have some stuff I needed, so I went across to John Deere. They told me they didn't have what I needed. I said, well, the other store said you did have what I needed. So I had to call Wichita store, which told me Winfield did have my parts. Got the part number from Wichita, and yeah, they had them. So I asked him, I said, so why, what was the confusion? Not being rude, but I just want to know, why did we get so confused on it? I never really got an answer. So anyway, I got the parts I needed to finish the drill up. We worked on it this morning. I didn't tape any of that. Might tape some of it going back together. There goes a load of hay down the road back there. Don't know who that is. Alright, fellas, I may just throw this on. Later, guys.